Most people are praying for a harvest when they haven't built the silos to hold it. Now, we're crying for more money, more influence, more business. But the universe and the divine operate on a strict law of management. If you can't manage a cup of water, why would you be trusted with the well? Today, we're breaking down the 3 biblical levels of management that can turn a servant into a master of industry. Everything that we have in our lives is given to us in trust to be managed, whether it's our children, our spouse, our job, our gift, the talent that we have, all the resources. They've been given to us to care and manage them. Now, the effectiveness of your management will determine the level of your success. It all goes back to the scriptures and the parable of talents, where the master gave the resources according to each person's ability. Here, we will discuss the management skills required to amass and maintain significant wealth. This is Wealth Declassified, and today we are touching on 3 levels of financial stewardship. Before we dive into the levels, we must understand the core requirement. In 1 Corinthians 4 verse 2, the Bible says that moreover, it is required in stewardship that a man be found faithful. Notice, it doesn't say it's required that a man be found famous or fast. It is faithfulness, the consistency of character over time that qualifies you for the next level of wealth. The first level is faithfulness over few things. In the parable of talents in Matthew 25 verse 21, the master responds to the servant who doubled his small portion was, "Well done, good and faithful servant. That has been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things." You see, God is watching how you manage your resources. If you can't manage wastage in your life, remove habits that is taking away money from you, what is the benefit of that substance that you are taking that all your money goes to? If you cannot afford a car payment, don't buy the car. You must be faithful with the few things you have. Growth is not a result of more. Growth is a result of managing the small so well that it demands expansion. If you're sloppy with $100, $100,000 won't solve your problems. It will only multiply your poor habits on a larger scale. This is why when people get lots of money beyond what they can manage, they reduce that money to their own level by wasting it. Before Elisha became the man who parted the Jordan, it was the man who poured water on the hands of Elijah. In 2 Kings 3 verse 11 told us, he managed the little task of a servant with the heart of a successor. Elisha didn't start with a double portion. He started with a towel and a pitcher. He was faithful in the menial, daily chores of his mentor, in contrast with his own servant Gehazi. When Elijah refused a gift from the healed Naaman, Gehazi took a shortcut to wealth through greed and lies. Think of a side hustler selling handmade goods. Unfaithfulness means ignoring customers' email because it's just a hobby, or sending messy packages. But faithfulness demands perfecting the packaging, tracking every cent of profit, and providing elite service for a $20 order. This level of management is what attracts investors and loyal customers. Most billion-dollar businesses of today grew by effectively managing it from the little or small days. Now, the second level is faithfulness with another man's property. The Bible says in Luke 16 verse 12, it posed a question. It said, "And if you have not been faithful in that which is another man's, who shall give you that which is your own?" This is the employee to entrepreneur bridge. Many people failed in their own business because they were lazy while working for someone else. You are seeded into someone else's vision to learn how to handle yours. If you treat your boss's equipment, time, and budget with more care than they do, you are proving you deserve your own. If you treat the company's marketing budget like it's coming out of your own bank account, you develop the owner's mindset. Remember Jacob? He served his uncle Laban for 20 years. Laban was difficult, deceptive boss who changed Jacob's wages 10 times. Yet Jacob stayed faithful. He told Laban, "That which was torn of the beast I brought not unto thee. I bear the loss of it. Of my hand didst thou require it." As in Genesis 31 verse 39. And Jacob managed Laban's sheep with more care than Laban himself did. You see, because Jacob was faithful to Laban's flock, God gave him a divine strategy, the speckled and the spotted sheep, to build his own massive wealth. You gain the skills, the reputation, and the divine green light to transition into your own venture. How do property managers make money? Simply managing other people's real estate. How do financial advisors make money? Managing other people's property, managing their equity, advising them on how to spend their own money and how to invest their own money. Think about asset managers who are so skilled at managing other people's money. They create massive wealth, going on to become billionaires through commissions and bonuses. As they make other people rich, they make themselves rich as well. They have developed so much skill that they created businesses to manage other people's wealth and earn commission doing that. People like Howard Marks, Warren Buffett, and Bruce Flatt made money just managing other people's wealth and assets. Just search online for the richest wealth fund managers in the world, and you will see that these mostly billionaires. This is how far managing other people's property can earn you in our world. Not all these billionaires have businesses of their own. For instance, Bruce Flatt has always been in the 9 to 5. He didn't start Brookfield Asset Management. As of the time of this recording, his net worth was about $6 billion. You see, Steve Ballmer didn't start Microsoft. He worked for Bill Gates, but now he's worth hundreds of billions of dollars. The same as Eric Schmidt of Google. None of these guys started a business. Some people say you cannot be rich working for people. This is not the absolute truth. When you are very skilled in management of other people's property and buy equity, you can actually be one. Some people started by working in a business as a 9 to 5 and eventually bought over the business, owning their own. Develop your management skills to the point where you become needed. Principles work for everyone, no matter their faith or belief system. If you apply the principles, it just works, even if they use the principle without being aware of it. The last level of faithfulness we'll talk about is faithfulness with the unrighteous mammon. In Luke 16 verse 11, it asks, if therefore you have not been faithful with the unrighteous mammon, who will commit to your trust through riches? You see, mammon here refers to the material wealth and currency of this world. It is called unrighteous, not because money is evil, but because it is fleeting and deceptive. Now, this level is about resource allocation. Are you using the money or the money is using you? Are you generous? Now, true riches are things money can't buy. And it talks about influence, wisdom, divine favor, and legacy. If you can't manage paper currency, paying debt, and investing, you won't be trusted with true riches that build a lasting empire. How do you use money? It's not about accumulation, but distribution, using it as a means of adding value. You see, Paul told Timothy in 1 Timothy chapter 6 from verse 17 to 19, he said, charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in a living God who giveth us richly all things to enjoy, that they be rich in good work, ready to distribute, willing to communicate, laying up in store for themselves a good foundation against the time to come, that they may hold on eternal life. There is something about distribution of wealth and generosity that money cannot buy. It makes spiritual things more valuable. People who give to causes know what it does for them. It's far beyond what money can buy. It does something inside. Jesus was saying that your faithfulness with money distribution will qualify you to enjoy these true riches. This is what makes you different from every other person as a believer in the marketplace. See what Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 12 says. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom gives life to them that have it. Now, the scriptures tells you the limits of money. Wisdom and money are both defenses, for sure. But you see, wisdom gives life. It is intrinsic and certainly superior. Salvation, peace, joy, and hope are what you enjoy by being faithful with money and its distribution. See, a business owner who pays their vendors on time, refuses to cook the books, and sets aside a portion of profit for social impact. That's what it means to be faithful with your righteous mammon. By showing you aren't possessed by your possession, you become a conduit for massive wealth, because the true riches of reputation and wisdom are now backing your brand. Don't wait for the big break. The big break is hidden in how you handle the small, the borrowed, the material. When you prove you can manage, the growth becomes inevitable. Which level are you currently testing in? Comment below and let's discuss how to move from steward to ruler. I'm Kenneth Ojimadu, and this has been Wealth Declassified. If this perspective changed how you view your life, hit the subscribe button and share this with one person who is building a legacy. Let's build something that lasts, and I'll see you in the next episode.